Okay, this video is going to be crazy, alright? Well, all my videos are crazy. If crazy could be understood, it wouldn't be called crazy. One time I was at this circle, and they called me Marcus there, and I could feel there was like a rumor going around, people saying that I'm crazy, right? But they still come back to hear what I'm saying. And this one girl, I said something in the circle, and she was like this. And then on the break, she comes up to me, Marcus, wow, I get it. I understand. Wow, that makes so much sense. Maybe you're not crazy. And I went, that's how I knew they're all talking about. And I says, so when you can understand, when you have an understanding about what I'm saying, then I'm not crazy. But when you can't understand what I'm saying, then I'm crazy. If crazy could be understood, it wouldn't be called crazy. All right, so now, okay. Everything they tell us is always the opposite. Everything, because they don't want us to know. They want us to believe what they want us to believe. All right? The black hole. Through the black hole is the way home. Okay? Now watch. We're in the black hole. They call this the black hole, but we're in the black hole. Whenever they show a picture of the universe, which they can't take a picture of the universe because they can't come way out here and then take a picture of the... I mean, yeah, okay, I was right. Universe, galaxy. Because I'm saying and I'm proving that the galaxy is the universe, and there is no other galaxy. There are no other galaxies, and there's a reason why, and I'll explain that. But, so, the galaxy, when they take a picture of it, or they show us a picture of it, because they can't take one, so they show us, it's all Photoshop. That's why we can tell now if something's real or not, Photoshop, you know. So, every time they do, this is way bright. The center of it is super bright. So even in their they don't, what they're doing there, they don't even know. That's whole light going back home, going through the so-called black hole, which we're in. It's going back home to the whole light. That's what's up. Okay, that's not the black hole. We're in the black hole. If you were in there and you came this way, you'd be in the black hole. This is a black place. Darkness. Come on. That's pure light. Limitless light. Okay? Limitless water. Clear, pure, perfect water. It's light water. So clear, clean. There's no dirt there. There's no matter. You can see through the water limitlessly. We don't even feel the water. We're just in it, part of it. Light water. And it's day eternally. The perfect day. Okay? So, let me see here. Okay. Now, there's two Christ quotes here. I use Christ quotes, not New Testament or Old Testament quotes. The New Testament quotes are altered quotes from the original quotes of Christ. Those are religion quotes. They're not Christ quotes, okay? The Gnostic scriptures have the Christ quotes. So there's two here. There's this one. The way of ascent is the way of descent. The way we came is the way we go back. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So when this happened, the quotes got changed to the New Testament was out at the Council of Nicaea, which happened 325 years after the crucifixion by order of King Constantine. They're supposed to make the Bible, they're deciding how they're going to make the Bible. This is when they started telling with the lies, okay? They got the Gnostic scriptures, they rejected most of them, and then the ones that they got, they just used them to take from there, to alter them into believing scriptures, from knowing scriptures into believing scriptures. So, because Christ would have us know, religion wants us to believe, just like God wanted Eve to believe that the tree of life was a tree of life, but it was really a tree of death. That's why she ate from the tree of knowledge, so she could know and she didn't have to believe in. She was the first Gnostic. And religion followed him, and they use belief on us, okay? Which is a dead power. Everybody thinks belief is good. It's not. Okay, so Okay, yeah. So look here. Now watch this. Another Christ quote that's not on here is this. It's the stone that was rejected is the cornerstone. The stone that was rejected is the cornerstone. The cornerstone is that stone like this, and then the other stones go like that. It's the first stone you made. It's the cornerstone is the first stone. So the Gnostic truth, the original scriptures of Christ is the first stone that was rejected by religion. Okay? So so now, okay, so let me see. Okay, so this first quote, the way of ascent is the way of descent. The way we came is the way we go back. So 15 billion years ago, science say, the Big Bang happened, right? That would be the time when Sophia screwed up and brought forth this Tartarus place, this universe, one line, universe, negative symbol. That would be when. Now, they change and they say, no, 14.5 billion years ago. No, 13.8 billion years ago. Who cares? How do you, whatever. They always change it. Well, why? What? That's a long, what do I care about if it's 15 billion or 14 billion or 30, whatever, it's still billion. So anyway, okay, when that happened, when Sophia brought forth this universe out of ignorance because she didn't know what would happen, that engendered ignorance. This is an ignorant place. So when that happened, and then Yaldabaoth came, her son, God, the devil who titled himself God, he came forth with the universe Tartarus. Okay, light went trapped with it. Light came from here to here, trapped with it. We are that light, trapped here for 15 billion years. Okay, so the Holy Spirit, where are we going to be at? So she set up this solar system of 13, right? The solar system we have of 13 months, 13 moons. She set it up. She put the moon here, which is a crystal, which in the last video I explained is the middle. And that's why I'm doing this video, okay? I'm going to pause here for and explain something. Okay, there may be some people that are kind of bummed out because in the last video I said that I might do, if I said I was going to do, I'm sorry, but I didn't mean that. I said I might do, maybe do a video on Gnostic stuff that comes out of movies and songs and imagery everywhere. That's going to be a coup. But I need time for that. And so I did talk about the galaxy a little bit on the last video. So now I'm doing the big thing on it. Okay. So the next video I'm going to do that one. Okay, with the Gnostic movies, the Gnostic songs, Gnostic. That's going to be fun. Okay. Anyway, so I'm doing this video. Right, so sorry, but this is going to be cool. Anyways, we're getting into the cool part pretty soon. We're going to be right there. So light went trapped with it. So the Holy Spirit got the moon for us, which is a giant crystal. Which crystals are all positive. They're all right. They're all positive. So that's where the place she made for us, for the light can be, in the middle. Okay, where all of our souls can be at, our light water souls. Okay, so then that's from there. She did that. Okay, now let me get back over here. Where are we at? I got my notes down here so I could see them. Okay. All right. So where the light is trapped. Okay, here. So that the light has to come out. So, okay. So here we go. So millions of years ago, God was bragging to the other gods. Now notice, the dinosaurs, how many millions and millions of years they existed. God was a dragon. So then the other gods were like, you know, he cared about dragons more. So then all the dinosaurs are dragons. They're all reptiles, reptilians. So that's all they were doing for so long. Then he was bragging to the other gods, you know, I am the one and only God. and thou shalt have no other gods before me, because he's saying there's other gods because he made those other gods. And I am a jealous God. He's jealous because when Sophia told him, Yaldabaoth, move from here to there, that's what that means, his first name, he was jealous. First thought of the universe, jealousy. Okay? So now, why am I telling you this? Okay, oh yeah, this is why. So when he's bragging to, when he's bragging to the other gods, the Holy Spirit shined above him like a 5-pointed star. The Holy Spirit shined above the gods and said, there is one before you. This one is man and the Son of Man. Because one means something different to us. And so, but the gods looked up. They looked up and saw, there's one before you. This one is man and the Son of Man. Let us make a man in our image. In the image of God. They called her God, which is because they made up that word that is the ruler, the one that's above everybody. God is an awful word. It means devil. Anyways, so let us make a man in our image. So then they made the human animal body. Okay? Now, the whole these guys were tricked, okay? God and the other gods were tricked because see, okay, because when God was saying that, when they made Adam, see, no, that's not what I see. I'm jumping way ahead. Okay, let me get you back on track. All right. So then they made the first walking human, which was Australopithecus, millions of years ago. Okay. Now, not all the gods made him, just some of the gods made him. So he didn't have all the eons in him. So he wasn't so smart. They didn't want him smarter than them. Okay. But he wasn't good enough to do the work they wanted. They were trying to make him to slaves. Some people call these gods Anunnaki. There's all kinds of different names, but it's the same. It's the gods, right? So, anyways, so they made this slave. He wasn't good enough. So then, they altered his genes, gene manipulation. They did, and he changed into a smarter one, smarter human, caveman, so-called caveman. There's no evolution. Evolution didn't start happening. That happens from natural selection. But evolution didn't start happening because they're just creating stuff, creating animals and creating things, right? So, okay, so then the next caveman, smarter, until you get to Homo erectus. Then from Homo erectus comes Neanderthal. Science tries to say that Neanderthal and Cro-Magnon both come from Homo erectus. No. Only Neanderthal comes from him. In the Bible, God made humans on earth first. And then he made Adam and Eve in paradise. Okay. So now they wanted to make this, they decided to make a human with all the gods' minds. And they thought that a human couldn't be smarter than them anyways because they're the gods and we create this and whatever. But the idiots, man is inside, okay, is going to be inside of this one. Holy Spirit was waiting for them to do this. So they made Adam in paradise. Now I'm going to show you how paradise, religion tries to say that paradise is on earth, or was on earth. No, it's another planet. Now on that planet, paradise, the Garden of Eden, right? I'm thinking that whole planet, there's no meat eaters there. They're just vegetables and fruits and stuff. It's just herbivores. And the humans, we just ate fruits. You can eat from any fruit of it, right? But do not eat from the tree of life or the tree of knowledge. So, he didn't say you can eat the animals and kill them and eat them. He didn't say that. He said you can eat any of the fruits. So I don't think there was that going on there. Only here on earth, right? Where he made the animals and killing each other and all this, whatever, eating each other. Well, so they made Adam. Okay, now Adam has all the eons in him now. Because all the gods made him, right? So now he's just laying there. So then God's like, don't know what to do. He's going, what's up? So a spirit angel comes, disguised as a flesh angel, and says, blow something of your breath into his nostrils, and then he'll arise because you're the Almighty. And God's arrogant, so he's like, yeah, So the dummy, stupid, millions of years before, he steals the breath of life from his mother Sophia. And this is with the breath of life, it's how he can create animals, make animals, insects, lizards, whatever. Makes them because of that. Okay? There was no evolution yet. Because evolution happens from natural selection. That's natural selection is like an animal will change depending on his environment or depending on what other animals are doing. He'll create defenses or that didn't happen yet. Okay? It started happening when he made Adam because he lost the breath of life. It went into Adam. So now he's pissed off because he lost it. So they thought they could get DNA out of the rib and make a female and they could get it like that. Why they thought they could do that, I don't know. But it didn't happen. Now we got Adam and Eve. So now we can come into these human animal bodies that we become a Christ out here and now that we could go home. Okay? So that's what that was all about. So then, now we got Adam and Eve. And then we got God pissed off at Eve and Adam because Eve became the first Gnostic and didn't believe God and ate from the tree of knowledge. So now he's pissed off. So he says, I shall send you to the farthest part of Tartarus. Religion says that paradise was on earth. Okay. Tartarus is the universe, is the galaxy. Earth is, the paradise is a planet somewhere over here closer, right? Because after he sent Adam and Eve to the farthest part of Tartarus, here's Tartarus, way over here is the earth. So he sent us over here to the earth, the farthest part of Tartarus. I'm going to listen to what Christ is saying, not what religion says. Okay? So then, Tartarus, okay, so yeah, this is called Tartarus. Tartarus is hell. Look it up. So the universe is hell. So, okay, so now, where am I at here? Because this is, it's going to get cooler and cooler and cooler. Okay, so, okay, to the farthest part of Tartarus. Got it. I'm there. So now I know where I'm at over here. Okay, now, they wanted us as slaves for them because they hated us. But now that Adam and Eve are smarter and greater, because when Adam rose, he was luminous. That's where the Illuminati got their title from. He rose and was luminous and was more intelligent, smarter than all the gods put together. Even the chief god. Illuminati. We're the Illuminati. They call themselves Illuminati, but we are the real luminous ones. Okay? Yeah, he was luminous and smarter than them. So now they're pissed off. Oh yeah. So anyway, so after that, he sends them to Tartarus. Okay, the farthest part. All right. So let me see where I am here. Okay, so now we're Cro-Magnon, man. Smarter than them. They hate us more now because now we know. We can know everything, so they got to make us believe. So we don't know, right? That's what religion does. So now they're like, oh, this, what can we do now, right? Okay, now, so check this out. So now, if you pay attention from Seth all the way to the Tower of Babel, there's no killing. I know the Bible inside and out. I read the heck out of it, and it's 80% murder and rape. Okay, that's what it is. Read it. Don't just read what the priest told you. Anyways, okay, okay, so from Seth, which is the firstborn of Adam and Eve, and Norea, they don't speak about her. Okay, from Seth and Adam and Eve all the way to the Tower of Babel, there's no killing. We're not killing each other. Only his Nephilim children, his grandchildren, and his sons of God are raping our women, are killing. They're the only ones doing the bad stuff. And he floods the world floods the earth because of them, not because of us. Okay, so then, because in chapter 11, Nimrod was a king, our great king, who had us united, speaking one language throughout the earth. God seen this, because we have these pyramids everywhere. We made them, not the gods, not the ancient aliens. We made them, okay? We had the power. We're the ones who are here They're dead, okay? We're the ones that made put crystals on top of the pyramids with the power of the moon to make crystals. They were power plants, and we're flying all around and this and that and doing this and that. There's even a picture on the Egyptian wall. It's carved into the wall. There's a telescope with 3 guys in a line looking up at it. There's a helicopter. There's a submarine. Then there's another flying ship. And then there's another airplane. 3,000 years old. During the time of Atlantis, the time of the city of Zen, we were doing all that stuff. Okay? Not the gods. Right? They just were jealous of us, hated us. So God seen what we were doing, and we're getting ready to leave our atmosphere, because you have to be united to leave the atmosphere. That's why the other aliens who are humanoid from other planets that got liquid water on them, from other way out, other solar systems, they were united and they got out of their atmosphere, and they protect us from our own government, because our own government are the puppets of the bloodline families that have us like they do, okay, in the soul trap. So anyways, there's a lot of stuff in my head, in my mind, blasting. So, okay, so we're getting ready to get out of our atmosphere because we're united. We're going to get out of our atmosphere and head to the center of the galaxy, to the black hole, and go home. That's what we're going to do. But then God seen that. So he goes, come now, calling the other gods, come now, let us go down. And they're confused their language, for that they may not listen to one another and understand each other's language. For there will be nothing in mind that they cannot do. So they go and split our brain. Now we're divided, left and right. We're divided left and right, and so now, the killing starts, because we have to create languages and different cultures throughout the earth, and we're divided. So division makes problems. That's why Republican and Democrat, that's why that's a big problem, because the house divided cannot stand. So then why? It's really stupid. People believe anything and listen to anything. So anyways, so division was the problem. So from the Tower of Babel, when you read there all the way till now, is we're all nothing but killing. And everybody who was a hero, this and that, was a conqueror or a murderer. He was great. Alexander the Great. Yeah, he killed so many people. Those were the heroes back then, all the way till now, right? And so that's why every country they want a president or somebody who's a great liar and a great killer and is powerful and can destroy the other countries, because that's what they've always been programmed to look for. It's all it's ever been. So that's why these corrupt presidents are always there. But this is the age of truth, the age of knowledge now, where all truth and lies comes out, and we can see who all the snakes are. We can tell everything now. This guy's telling the truth. Before 2012, December 21st, the fourth age, lying and cheating, that's what got you successful, because that was a material age. We're in the ideal age now. We're telling the truth and being honest get you successful. Pay attention, what's going on. All right. So, okay. So, let me see. So, no killing. The only killing was before Seth was Cain killing Abel, but that's because Cain and Abel were the sons of God and Eve, not Adam and Eve. God took Eve and did to her and brought those twins, evil guys. One was a taunting teaser and one was a murderer. Okay, there's another video and there's other stuff where I showed about this, and it's even in the Bible in Genesis chapter 4 where Eve says, "I have produced a man with the aid of Jehovah." There's only one way to help a woman make a baby. Okay, yeah, Genesis chapter 4, right there in the very beginning. Read that. It's there. Okay, so in the religious people's book, it's in their book. I show them, they lose their mind when I show. What that means is, they always say what that means is. What it means is what it says. That's what it means. Okay? Or else why would it be written? Okay, so now, okay. And so up to the top about division. Okay. Okay, so now we're in the fifth age. Okay, the timing. Now we're still here. The gods are gone. Christ got rid of them. Flesh angels no more to come down and get us. Rape our women. Anyways, see, that's why the women wore and covered their faces, because that's how the men dressed. They changed the way they looked, dressed, because when they had their hair long and all that, the angels could see them and come after them. So that's why they did that. And they still do that today. Okay, like the Muslim women, the people, they're still dressing like that. They still think the watchers are going to come down. Anyways, so let's see. Okay. Okay, so here we are. Okay, now we're getting into the good part. So, it's okay. Okay. This is not a swastika. This is not a swastika. Okay? The Knights Templar went to Hitler to show him this magic, and they try to use it. You can't use the Christ magic. There's only one kind of magic. It's Christ magic. That's why they called us witches. The Gnostics, us, who was using the five-pointed star, they called us witches and burned us alive. And here in hell, Tartarus, where you burn alive, where you burn here, a soul can't burn, just a body. They burned us here in hell. Okay? So, they call us witches. I got a video on that. Okay, called witches. It was us, the Gnostics. Alright? Well, okay, so these Knights Templar, they knew this knowledge, they knew this power, so they tried to do it. So they went to Hitler and show him to use this, right? And I'm going to show you how tricky they thought they were. How do I know all this stuff? I didn't go to college to learn this. They didn't teach me in school. It's all in here. Just go in. It's all. There's more for you to find and bring to show. It's all in here. Go this way. Quit going this way. People are going to be nearsighted and have to wear glasses because they can't see far because they're always seeing close. All right. Okay. So let me show you. Okay. Going back to the fours. Okay. The deep fours is real deep. One day I'll do a video on that one. That's just so deep, and I don't know. We'll see. But bits of it now, of the knowledge, so you can have an understanding. Okay, 2 crosses. That's a cross, that's a cross, that's a cross. A crucifix is not a cross. I showed you before on this other book I wrote. You see, that's a crucifix with time, and there's the cross behind Christ's head, which says now. It has 3 letters on it. Now. Time or now. And those have a 13 there. Time or now. This is life. A cross is life. This is death. A crucifix is death. Why? 0 is where we count from. 0. Okay? Then before 0, we say BC, before Christ came. History, before, the past, right? And then there's 0. There's no time in 0. But the past, because that's the circle, that's the Father who's eternal, that has no time. So before that it says, before Christ came. Then after the 0 it says, after death, after God died on the crucifix. After death. Okay? Life came and then after death, after we got rid of death. Right? So, okay, so, let me get back here. So, there's these 2 crosses, okay? Because one's, well, you put a line right there, and I use red because that's death. You put a line right there, like that, and it makes 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the 4. 6. Dead material 6, okay? So then, the other 4, the eternal 4, you put a line right there. I got blue because it's life. And it makes, I got that right here. I got that eternal 4 right there. Right there, it makes it's got, the eternal 4 has 5 points. This one has 6 points. This one has 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So, now, the eternal 4's got something to it. Because of this 9. Okay? So, if we go like this, I'll show you. Because I don't want to mess that up. Go like that. Make the eternal 4. Now if I put a V, then it makes a 5-pointed star. This doesn't look so good. Let me try it again. It takes me 3 days to make this. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, here we go again. There's the eternal 4. And then you make a V right here. And it makes a 5-pointed star. Okay, now, that's 5 points. The V means 5, but that's an eternal 4. And the V means 5. That's like Spock, 5. Okay? So 5 and 4 is the perfect 9. Okay? Now, the 0 is the Father Holy, is perfect, complete perfection. The 9's perfect too. But we're not going to put the 0 with the 6. So it's the 9 and the 6, which is the yin-yang. Negative, positive, okay? That's this universe, right? In the eternal realm, it's only positive, all positive. There ain't no negative there. There's no material there. It's material, which makes, and darkness, and space, which is nothingness, and sound, and death, and time, and material. That's all this universe, okay? It's the opposite of what this is. Okay, so, when you make this, we got to become this to do that. But that's more, it's like more. I already showed you with the target symbol, but it's more. But what? Let's get back here. So, to make this 6 into a 9, you got to put 3 more lines on it. These 3 lines on it. 1, 2, 3. Now it's 9 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now it's 9 points. You turn the 6 into 9. Oh, Jimi Hendrix wrote a song called "If 6 Could Be 9." When I do the songs and all that, the next video, okay. But anyway, so that's what it is. That's what it is. So they told him, okay, Hitler, to use this power, you do this. This is the galaxy spinning this way. That's what it is. Okay? That's what this symbol is. Now look, plus, now let's get here. The plus and times symbol. The British flag is the 8-spoke wheel. 8-spoke wheel, which represents this 5th age. The 13th zodiac, Ophiuchus, the now time. Okay? Now. So, there it is. Plus, the plus symbol right there and the time symbol there. And I showed you how the alphabet, I did a video on the alphabet, how those are the 23 eons that Christ is talking about in the Gospel of Truth. And so, you take out man, you take A, M, and Z out, and flip Z to N, and that's man. Okay? You take that out, now there's the 23 eons. Thank you, Christ, because they're going to learn this in school. So anyways, so, with that, okay, got the 23 eons. So the 8-spoke wheel, okay. So the reason why it's the British flag is showing us that it's the English alphabet that are the 23 eons. The British flag is putting out the 8-spoke wheel. They use the symbolism and they think it's going to work for them. It's not going to work for them. Because they don't want us to know, but we know. And now that we come to know, we really know. They can't know what we know. So, the British flag is plus and times. Now the Freemasons talk about, I'm a 33-degree Freemason. He doesn't even know what the 33 degree is. Just what they tell him it is. 33 degree. Look, 33 is this number, 33. I think Christ left at 33 years, when his body was 33 years old. Because I bet you, see, when God made our lives, we could live thousands of years. 33 was probably the mid-age, like where we just get to 33 and we don't age anymore. That's what I'm in my mind imaging, thinking. I'm being told that when this golden age starts, that we come back from the middle, from the moon, and then we're reborn again. When we hit 33, we stay 33. We don't get older. And everybody over 33, when they come to know and become Christ's power, they work back younger to 33. And we stay 33. Right? Because he messed in Genesis 6, he dropped our lifespan to 120 years. There's that number again. I shall make him his lifespan only 120 years old. Because We're getting too smart. Anyways, so anyways, now this age, okay. So this is the galaxy, right? Okay, anyways, I'm talking about the 33 degree. So here it is, 3 plus 3 is 6. There's the plus symbol. 3 times 3 is 9. 69. The yin yang. That's what this 33 degree is with the H-spoke wheel. That's what's up, okay? So then, the yin yang, 69, dude. I put that on there because there's a movie called Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and I love that movie. It's like, it's the funniest movie. It's Gnostic. It's kind of not, it's Gnostic. But anyway, it's not way Gnostic, but it's Gnostic. Well, these guys, they're like, these are dudes from the 80s, you know, from San Bernardino, California. And they're like dudes. And they have to go in a phone booth to the past and bring historical people back to do a history report so they can get an A. They're going to do a show, so like the movie's funny. So when they went back to the past, they came back to talk to themselves. So their selves were like looking at themselves, and they go, if we're you and you're us, and then what number are we thinking of? And then they go, 69, dude. They go, whoa. The movie's nuts. I'll tell you one little more part about that movie. It's nuts because they go to the past, and they're at the time where Socrates, and they see, that's Socrates. He goes, Socrates, where is he at? He goes, look under Socrates. Because that's how they pronounce it when they read it. They don't know how to say it right. So they go, Socrates. He goes, and then they go, the only true wisdom is knowing that I know nothing. That's us, dude. Whoa. Anyways, let me get back to this over here. So here we go. 69, 69, 69, dude. 69, right? Okay, so here's what Hitler did. So, because the plus symbol is uniting, combining, and addition. Plus. The time symbol is multiplicity. It's more powerful. More powerful. I remember when I showed you the squares. Like Windows has their cross right here. That's the plus symbol. But Arco, they have it turned where the points are like this. So then it's crossed like that. The eternal 4. This is the material 4. This is the eternal 4. So multiplicity is more powerful. So what they did was the swastika isn't like that. They tilt it like this. That's how the Nazis use it, like that, to make it be more powerful with the multiplicity. You can't use the symbolism of the Holy Spirit to do evil, or it'll come back on you tenfold. It's only to do good, for goodness. All the living powers of the symbolism are living powers. You can't use dead power. Don't go with it. It don't go with it. That's why there ain't no black magic. People who believe in a black magic curse themselves. They stuck a thing in a doll, and the doll's me, and I'm here. They're doing it to themselves. Go make a doll about me and stick it and see what happens. I'll be laughing and I'll go, you know, the Holy Spirit knows what you're doing to me. If I get revenge on you, is better. If my mom gets revenge on you, anyway, she don't like nobody messing with her kids, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, so here we are. So, that's what this is, okay? That's what this is. Now, okay, I explained that. So, okay. Become Christ. Okay, here it is. We are to become Christ's here and now. Okay? We are to become this light water soul that's within this body. Okay? A mind, light, we break it together. I explained to you about that already. We become this, and then we come into being. Where Christ is, we become a Christ, right? We can do anything, be anything when you become a Christ. So the way we're going to do it and go home this time is we become a Christ, and if a Christ can do anything, We look to where Orion's belt is, what I showed you, with that's really a butterfly. We become a Christ from a caterpillar to a butterfly, crystalline, cocoon, crystalline change. We become a Christ. There's the butterfly. We zoom that way. That's just telling us which way to go. We zoom to here, like that. We take a breath, boom, because we're a Christ. We're there in an instant, right here, and we go through. We go through into the whole light. Our body disintegrates, because life begets life and death begets death. You don't go to heaven from dying. You go to heaven alive. It's eternal life. How did death? So see, so we go while we're alive. Our body disintegrates, and our light water soul is free again, back home. We're the eternal Trinity. Okay? We're the aliens. We're not of this world. I'm not of this world. Yeah. We're not even of this universe. Of this Tartarus, this hell, this galaxy. Okay? We're not. So we gotta go home. E.T. go home. Eternal Trinity go home. That's us. E.T. go home. We go home. Right? This ain't our home. Ooh, there's a cool song about that in the next video. All right. So, let's see. So, that's what we got to do. That's what's up. So, I explained it. That's what we're going to do. That's what's going to happen. One of us will become a Christ. It doesn't, I mean, if I have already became a Christ, I'm not going to tell you. But when someone else does, that one becomes a Christ, then we're on. And then I'm going to be like, okay, you are going to show the rest how to become a Christ. We're going to all start becoming a Christ. Probably first the 120s. That doesn't mean a grandchild can't become a Christ too. Everyone can become a Christ. We're all children of light. Grandchildren, 120s, Seth and Norea, whoever, Adam and Eve, we're all the children of light. So we all can come to know. So then we all become a Christ. Then 1,000 years of golden age, right? With that 1,000 years, what we're going to do, which is starting now, or we're in already, what we're going to do is every person is going to be satisfied with everything they were denied while being here as a slave for God and his descendants. What our talents, what we could have been and done, with the world didn't let us be. I'm an extremely talented drummer, songwriter. I mean, one of the best boxing trainers in Vegas, but the world doesn't let me come out. whatever, I'm not tripping. I had a great life, man. I got it playing drums. And, oh my goodness, I had a life. Kick ass. I could die right now. So I live better than everybody I even know. So anyways, let's see. Yeah, so we become a Christ and zoom home. Okay? So for those 1,000 years of golden age, as long as it takes to be satisfied and be sick of this place already, say, all right, I finally got to do and be. Now, we don't have to do that. Some of us will probably go, man, I don't give a care to be something here. Whoop-de-doo. Just, I want to go home. You're a Christ, you can go home whenever you want. So we'll all can stay here or go home. And if somebody says, well, if we go back to the Pleroma, can we come back here? You're a Christ, you can do whatever you want. But you ain't going to want to come back here. That's like stepping out of the toilet full of poo-poo and then getting into pure water. You want to go back in the toilet? so anyway, no, man, I don't think so. So that's what's up. And now I'm going to show you the second Christ quote that's on here. It's right here. It says, the first shall come last, and the last shall come first. Christ quote. Come where? Come home. What that means is, the first is like Seth and Norea and the 120. Those are the first. The last are the grandchildren. We're going to make sure that all the grandchildren go home first before we go home. One time a guy told me he put a comment and says, well, if you figured out how to be a Christ and go to the Pleroma, go home, why are you still here? Because I am not going until everyone gets home first. The last shall come home first. And then the first shall come home last. After I'm sure that all the brethren are not here anymore, That's when I go home. All right? So that's what this is. And now, I think, let's see. Yeah. Ta-da. Okay. Okay, yeah. Here's something I want to say. Okay, when I was, something cool happened. I saw a comment, and somebody, this young kid, he was deciphering the now calendar, and he was saying, well, if he added this day, he did it wrong, so he needs to do this, and he had this day, and he didn't add this day, and I'm like, dude, I already showed how to do it. There's a magazine, and he goes, yeah, but so he's like a child. He wants to know. I thought he might have been a troll at first, and I'm like, look, man. And so I told him something. I can't remember exactly what it is. He comes back and apologizes and says, I'm just barely learning this. I'm just trying to get it right. Like, that's what we're supposed to do, right? So I'm like, he's like a child. He's being like a child. Ask questions. Be like a child. Christ says, be as a child. So he's doing that, and I'm like, so he apologized, and I said, so I went back to him. I says, I have total respect for you now. I said, you keep going, because I'm also pondering on this, because people are having a hard time finding their birthday from the Gregorian to the now. Well, while he's doing that, okay, Bhagavanga did a prophecy that the orbit's going to change, that the Earth, I don't see it, the orbit changing means the Earth might speed up. If this is last year, this is supposed to start happening last year. If it started happening last year and the Earth is speeding up, then those extra days on the calendar go away because the Earth speeded up and it ended up exactly 364 days. Then what? Then now the calendar's right on. Okay? So, anyway, I put those extra days on the back because they seem to be in history, but we're going to find out just by doing it and going through his calendar. And this kid and people like that looking in and trying to figure, they're going to help. So I'm like, here's what he did. He made me, by him saying that, I went in. I went in again, and I go. And then when I went in, boom, I looked up at the moon, and I was like, wait a minute, because I'm going to do these on a full moon now. So, check this out. The 25th, today's the 25th on the Gregorian, the full moon. Now, sometimes I look at the moon, and it's still a little faded on this side, where it's getting fuller. And on the other side, when it's getting faded, that means it's getting unfull again, like it's becoming a new moon, getting, you know what I mean? So, they say it's a full moon on this day, but there's still some of that fuzziness. And I'm like, then the next day looks like that's the full moon, or the next day after that. So they move it around like a day or two. They don't put it where it's supposed to be. But watch this. When they say the full moon is the 25th, they tell you when the full moon is? Well, this calendar, okay. The reason, okay, let me go to this. Okay, another Gnostic, she did some research, and a man created a 13-month calendar in like about 1920 or something like that, somewhere around there. I don't know exactly. And it was so good, and then he went by the November, like September, October, November, December, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he went back and thought March would be the first month. But he made a 13. Any calendar you make that's 13 months with 28 days each month, it's going to be way better than the Gregorian whacked out calendar. Okay? But he showed this calendar, right? And then they were talking about using that calendar instead of the Gregorian. The church was tripping. Right? Because Pope Gregory's the one that made that calendar. You know? And it's 12. So that's against women. Women menstruate with the moon 13 times. They don't like women, religion, God, and all that. Anyways, so when I go in, and so on the 25th, so when they say it's full on the 25th, okay, no, I'm talking about this guy who was making a calendar in 1920. Okay, so this guy, they were talking about putting that calendar out. They're really getting, wow, this is a fact. Well, they're gonna, then they killed him. Okay? Okay, that calendar had to be better than the Gregorian. But now in the age of idea, where they can't kill us, okay, because we're fearless, all you gotta do is be fearless, you can't be killed. And so, I started this calendar on the solstice. I say equinox because I thought that was it, equinox. The word's wrong. It don't matter what it's called, equinox or solstice. It matters that that's the day you start. So I was corrected. I stand corrected that the 21st of December is the solstice, not the equinox. So check it out. So I started it on the solstice because the fifth age started on December 25th, 2012. I mean December 21st, 2012. The world tries to make, oh, because I said 25 today's it. See that? Humanness, the brain. So anyway, the 21st of December, 2012, December 21st. That started the fifth age. So I'm going to start the calendar when it starts. And guess what? Because I did that, and I started on the solstice, the 21st, because I did that, the moon is full every Friday the 13th on this calendar. So, here, there's an easy way to figure out your birthday or figure out the day from the Gregorian to the now calendar. Every time I do a video, I'm going to start doing it on the Friday the 13th. So, the 25th of, here's how you do it. It's May on the Gregorian. May the 25th. The next month over is June. All you do is go to the now calendar to June, and they say the moon's full on the 25th here. This is the 25th on the Gregorian. On our calendar, it's the 13th. And the same thing will happen when the full moon's in June and theirs. That's this day. Next full moon will be July 13th. And whatever day they say that the full moon in June, you just go the next month, the 13th, and that's the exact day. There's a way easy way now to know, to get. See, I told myself, I says, this is pretty much knowledge, and I was gonna wait till we know everything. I said, no, we need to get this stuff out now, so everybody starts imaging, because there's a big reason why. Because see, the main thing why they tell us that now I saw a thing where they said, there's a big bang. You know that Asian guy with the hair, white hair, and he's a scientist, and he talks about the string theory and all this stupid stuff that's all theories, it's not real. They tell us something. Now there's a video thing that he's on and it says that another big bang happened and another universe happened. How do you know that? How are you gonna? I didn't feel it. Was that an earthquake? No, it was another big bang because another universe happened. Now they're trying to say there's other universes. They want us to be not in thinking about that. There's only one so-called black hole, the way home right there. So that's why they say there's 96 billion galaxies. There's this many galaxies. Then they try to show you a picture with this and that Asian guy talking about that, they said they found out because of the John Webb telescope. They got this new telescope, whatever. I don't even think they even got a telescope, because every time they show us the pictures of it, it's all Photoshop. How are you going to take a picture of all these galaxies and they're all in focus? So, come on. So you're trying to tell us that. I'm like, that's why they say that. So we go to school and college. Well, there's 96 billion. They've discovered there's more. And they believe everything. So we don't concentrate on this one. They want us to believe that there's a whole bunch of galaxies, so we don't concentrate on this one. The only black hole, so-called black hole, the only whole light. So we all concentrating on this one because we are of the one. We're all together as one, concentrating on this. We all come together. That we go home. That's why they got us thinking all this other stuff. Looking out, thinking about all this other stuff, this and that. Well, okay. I kind of explained how I messed them up. I already said this in another video, but someone who hasn't seen that and they've just seen this for the first time, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I did to these scientists. Okay? And then, okay, and then we'll be done. They told us, they said, okay, I was on some video or something, I don't know what it was, and they were saying that all these galaxies existed, you know. Then so I said, I'm gonna get these turkeys, man. So I says, what do you mean? There's only one galaxy, and the galaxy is the universe, and that's it. Tartarus is the galaxy. Tartarus is the universe. Tartarus is hell. That's it. There ain't no other galaxies. There ain't no. What the heck who the heck do you think you are? You don't know. What do you mean? Of course there's galaxies. I let them say that, so I got their attention. Then I go, tell me this then too. What is this? What is it about that when there's a new star, it's not really a new star, that it's an old star that's like 1,000,000 years old? I go, what the heck is that? You idiot, we learned that in the 8th grade. It's the speed of light. It took that long for the light from that galaxy, from the light from that star in our galaxy to get to us. Oh, really? Huh. All right. Thank you for saying that, because if that is a fact, which seems like it is, then check this out. If it takes that long for us to see the light from that star in our galaxy, how in the heck could you see another galaxy way out there? If it took that long for the light in this galaxy to get here, the light from another galaxy would never get here. We'd never see it. There ain't no other galaxies out there, and they can't see them. They couldn't. It's impossible. When I said that, I said, when you compare looking at a star in our galaxy that's we're seeing it 1,000,000 years ago, right? When you compare that to a galaxy, that's like comparing a centimeter to 1,000,000,000 miles. They couldn't dispute me. They went nuts. All kinds of F words, a bad idiot, that's all I could say after that. So, anyways, so this is why, and the ancients always said too, that the galaxy is like a giant pancake that's spiraling in. Duh. All right. All right. I think we got it. Yeah. All right. This was a cool video. I had a good time with this one. The next one's gonna be even funner. All right. So just remember that whenever they say the full moon is the 25th of May, then just look at the next month on your now calendar, and the Friday the 13th is that day. Okay, I messed up. Tonight is the 22nd. The full moon is on the 22nd, not the 25th. I don't know why I said 25th. The 22nd, all right? I did the video on the full moon the 22nd of May. This video. It'll probably come out tomorrow, the 23rd, because it takes forever for a video to get up on YouTube, all right? But tomorrow the moon's full too, so what? Who knows? Tomorrow might be the real full moon. Anyways, I talked about that earlier. Anyways, right. Okay, so this is the real piece, and make the 2 in 1. Okay? All right. Thank you. I'll see you next time.